for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. We are live and amplified. So let's get ready to podcast.
Fire it up.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're sitting here with Snailmate from, you guys are from Phoenix?
Yes.
Phoenix.
And you guys are on your 6-month tour.
Indeed.
How's that? You guys are just like within the first month, right?
Yeah, we just reached over a month.
Nice.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Holy crap, it's been that long.
It's been longer than a month now, actually.
Oh my gosh.
It's just flying by.
It is.
It really
Only
is.
5 more.
And I guess we're in Florida, so it makes sense that we started in California and now we're over here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So.
try to be in a different corner every month.
And how's the tour going?
It's been really great. We started out touring with one of our rapper solo friends. His name is Coolsy, and we did the first 3 weeks with him. And then we were alone during South by Southwest and stuff. That was super awesome. And now we just started our next little bit with a band from Baltimore called Community Center, and we're with them for the next month. And then we are up in the East Coast, New York area. It's by ourselves again. So
When you started saying solo, I thought you were going to say soulmate.
Soulmate.
About Coolsy.
What would
I don't know. We got fun with Coolsy.
Yeah,
a
he's
good
our
guy.
tour soulmate for sure. We
Yeah.
like touring with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How was South by Southwest?
It was awesome. We were fortunate enough to play 3 different unofficial showcases,
Nice.
and then we also played the SM Fest in San Marcos, so that was cool. But we were there most of the week, and it's just such a good time. Yeah, it's crazy.
Nice.
Crazy good time.
Yeah, we played a house party out in Stephenville, Texas.
We did.
And yeah, it was a wild ride.
It flew right by.
Nice. How'd you guys get hooked up into South by Southwest? How'd that one?
Well, this was our 3rd year.
Okay.
My old band went out there a couple years before this band started, and I had met some people, and I just kept in contact with them. So that's how that started. And then just from playing in Austin on off season, we met some other people that put us on their other little showcase things that are going on.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's always fun. It's always fun to know people.
it's great. Yeah, and we can say we have friends all over the country. And some of them book really cool shows.
Nice. And then where are you guys headed after this? You guys are going to South Florida, Orlando, Central?
Yeah, we're playing some shows. We're going all the way down to Miami, and we're doing Orlando, Gainesville, Jacksonville, St. Augustine. Is that it? That might be it. We're also doing a live video shoot with Fuzz Baby Records in
Okay.
Miami. So
That'll be fun.
yeah, we're excited for that as well.
Sweet. So it's been a while. Well, it's just over a year since we podcasted last.
Oh,
When we first
wow,
met.
yeah.
'Cause that showed up on my Facebook feed.
Wow, that's
I had
crazy.
the, memories and what have you.
Yeah, that feels like yesterday. I remember that.
And then I know UFO Fest, because we were getting ready to go on the documentary tour thing that we did with our friends Dirty Reggae Punks.
Yeah,
Went up to Vegas. That was fun.
that's awesome.
Got chased off an Indian reservation.
Really?
We were up in northern Arizona on the Navajo Indian reservation. And they sent us GPS coordinates because it was out in the middle of the field, and so they had this little makeshift stage. It was actually a legit, really cool stage. But,
Awesome.
you know, and then one of the guys in the band got caught trying to. I don't want to say trying to do something, but he got caught in a situation with one of the women there, and her boyfriend didn't like that, and
Uh-oh.
I mean, it was not placing blame on anybody, but that was one of the more intense nights of
Oof.
the tour. But being from Arizona, I'm sure you know all about the Navajo Indian Reservation. And
Yeah, I wish I knew more. And we were supposed to play. I don't know what reservation is. We were supposed to play in Shiprock.
okay.
In the northern part of New Mexico,
Yeah.
but
I think
that
that
show
it's all the same.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
what I thought. Yeah, I didn't want to say that though, unless I knew. But yeah, we were supposed to play there, and it ended up getting canceled. I was bummed to actually like go there, but someday.
Yeah.
we will.
I mean, it was definitely, it had the potential to be a cool show because they brought in, there was like 2 local acts.
Oh, nice.
One was really good, and then there was a hip hop act. Mopar Bentley, I want to say his name was.
Oh, is that who we were supposed to play with?
I don't think so.
I think so.
I'm not
pretty
really
sure
sure
that was
where
on the
I'm not
webpage.
really sure where he was based out of, but
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
it was good until that moment, but you know, but yeah, life, you know.
No, totally.
So what are you guys looking forward to on this tour? Is there anything different you did on this tour that you didn't do?
Yeah, we were trying to do like 40 to 50% new towns we haven't played.
Okay.
And then do the towns where we have like some friends or a draw or whatever is going on in that town. But I'm excited mostly just for the new towns because I just like exploring and seeing new stuff, but and making new fans and new friends. We'd never been to Miami, so that's exciting. The farthest south we've been in Florida is Orlando, so
Nice.
I'm just excited to see Miami.
Yeah.
I have a cousin there.
So do I.
Nice.
We're playing a couple shows in Buffalo, New York, which we haven't done before, so
Cool.
that's gonna be cool.
Hopefully it's
I'm
not
excited
snowing
for
up
all
on
of
the
it.
East Coast when you get up
I
there.
really hope so. We're kind of taking our time. We won't be in Buffalo until like 3 or 4 more weeks.
Okay,
So I'm
great.
really hoping for that.
Yeah, we've already
mean-
dealt with snow
Yeah,
up
at the
in
beginning
Reno,
of
and now it's sticky out here, so we've kind of run the gamut already.
yeah, we've been everywhere from like 7 degrees to 95
I think I'll take,
in
as
Texas.
far as sleeping in our car goes, I'll take the cold
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, you could at least get yourself warm.
Mhm.
Yeah, most definitely. Except for it was a little rough in Nevada when it was like 10 degrees. And we, yeah, that
Understood.
Was a little rough.
That's why we bought you a sleeping bag.
Yeah, I got a sleeping bag now.
Nice. I wish I had a sleeping bag, but sleeping in the driver's seat isn't always.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, we bought a new van, and it's just been awesome. It drives really well, gets good gas mileage.
It's packed full,
It's
though.
packed very full, but we've managed to kind of carve out a decent sleeping arrangement in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets
Yeah.
the front 2 seats, and I get to sleep on the merch bin and our laundry.
Nice.
It's
In
more
the back.
glamorous than it sounds. You make it sound like you're slumming it back there, but
I mean, it's a merch bin and a
yeah.
but
A
it's
laundry
it's
bag.
a flat surface.
It
so
is a flat surface, yeah, and I got a blanket.
The driver's seats are like,
Yeah,
Right.
no, I mean it's nice.
Well, because you guys are, didn't you guys at one point have like a bus or something that you were
We did.
did?
Don't buy a bus.
Don't buy a bus.
Don't ever buy a bus.
unless you can afford a brand new bus.
Yeah, then buy a bus.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, we learned how to be mechanics from the YouTube with that bus. We
Nice.
fixed a lot of things. The gas mileage was not friendly.
No, it was for 2 people. It was too much vehicle. For say our friends in community center who we're currently on tour with, a bus is ideal for them because they're a 6-piece band.
Yeah.
But it was just a lot for the 2 of us.
Yeah, and then we had a roadie with, and then it was too expensive.
Yeah. Because when I was researching your friends community center, I saw that they're band listing, and I was like, wait, is this correct? There's 6.
Yeah, there's 6 of them.
I was like, I hope they're driving separately because 8 people in a car, that's insanity.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right now they are.
In fact,
they're actually in 2 cars because their van or their bus broke. So they're in a minivan with a trailer, and then 2 of them are in like a car, like a tiny car.
Right.
And yeah, they wanted to come down here, but they ended up going to Birmingham early because they got some free recording time. So
Okay, that's cool.
they're up there. Yeah. Or down. I don't. Yeah. Up. Somewhere. I've never been to Birmingham. It must be up.
Yeah.
Well, it's not up, it's north.
Yeah. Together.
That's funny. Because I remember you guys were doing a bus painting or something when you first got the bus.
Yes.
And then I heard that something happened to the bus. I'm not 100% sure. And then I saw you guys got this new, what is it, a Ford or a Chevy?
It is a Ram, a Dodge Ram.
Yeah.
ProMaster.
Gotcha.
City.
Yeah.
And it's really nice.
It's 25 to the
small.
gallon.
We thought we were going to have a ton of room in it because it's like a small cargo van, but once we put all our new merchandise and everything in there, it's
Not that small.
it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
But it's really nice.
The gas mileage is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The bus was great. It was very comfortable to be in, but
We had bunk beds in the bus.
the peace of mind of having a new vehicle that has air conditioning and heat and plays music and has cruise control is worth any amount of money under the sun rather
Yeah, we've
than
been
an
a
old
lot
bus
happier.
that
Nice.
Yeah, we're like really happy.
we argue less.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's less stress.
Because that was the kind of car that I'm looking at getting for when we...
They're wonderful.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. And if you don't have a pack full of gear and merchandise, there's room for beds and stuff in there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys picking up, not, I don't want to say openers, but a second band every area you go to, or is it just kind of happening to work out?
Yeah, I really try. We're booked out through like November right now, and I really try that far in advance to have 2 or 3 local bands on every show, depending. Like when we're with touring act, then I try and get 2.
Well, no. Do you try and bring in a second touring act?
Oh,
Yeah.
It depends.
This tour, this part of
yeah.
we're trying new things on this tour, and because for the last 2.5 years, we pretty much have always been solo. And on this one, after we're done with Community Center, we're meeting up with our friend Security Culture from Chicago.
Oh, nice.
And then, we're kind of leaving one and picking up another in their area, their wheelhouse.
So we like split the booking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mostly bands that will help like take some of the booking stress off. So
Yeah.
kind of half-half
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah, and they're friends of ours. They all have good attitudes. Like, we're not trying to find random bands to go on the road with. Like, these are people that we know. They perform well. They're
friendly.
nice to be around. It's just a pleasant experience all around.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun to have friends at shows,
It
Yeah,
is.
that's always...
especially when you don't know anyone else.
The secret is to tour with a 6-piece band, because even if nobody goes to the show, there will always be 6 people in the audience cheering you on. It feels,
Right?
It feels full.
It does. And then they played us, and we're like, sorry, we're only 2 people.
That's awesome. So, how do you guys survive on the road?
We eat food and drink water. Breathe air. Sleep
Well,
when we
what's
can.
the trick for you guys to survive on the road?
Merch.
Being independent.
Yeah,
Merch.
And that's really what's most of what takes up most of the room in our van is merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We printed about 500 T-shirts before we left for tour.
We're almost
and,
out.
and we're running low. We have 2,000 CDs, or we did when we left.
Nice.
We have tapes. We have 7-inch vinyl, single.
Vinyl's making a comeback. I've noticed.
Backpacks,
We got backpacks, bandanas, tote bags.
hats. We got
Oh,
new hats that are
we got
really
like
cool.
neon hats.
Oh, sick.
And then in the winter we do like beanies or something. But really merch is the secret. Like, I mean, it's not a secret, but like we make more money pretty much every night on merch than what the venue pays. And
Yeah.
I had this boss when I was 18 at this shirt store, and he was always like, if you're going to be in a band and you don't have good merch, you're going to die out on the road. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, what is this guy talking about? And then like, I'm like, he's so right. Like, without merch, it'd be hard.
You're not making...
Yeah.
And then the fact that you guys make your own merch is something that I remember from our first conversation, because you have a printing press, or like a T-shirt press, right?
Yeah, we do. We have one in Phoenix and we have one in Minneapolis, so we're looping around. I planned it, so we'll be in Minneapolis the end of May to re-screen print and
Nice.
up on merchandise up there.
Hopefully you don't run out before then.
Yeah, I think we will.
I mean, hopefully we do.
Hopefully we do, but also it's so
But-
sad to run out of
Yeah.
things.
We kind of had to start from scratch because on our last tour that we did, when we were in Wichita, Kansas, someone stole 3 bins worth of our T-shirts.
Yeah.
And so we kind of had to start from scratch on the merch game, which has been nice, but at the same time, like, that was almost $1,000 that was taken from us.
Yeah. That's...
And the
What do we
time.
do?
Yeah.
And the time to print each shirt.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Is like we spent hours doing
Yeah.
that.
So, you guys have you ever played Tallahassee before? Have you?
Yeah, we played at the plant last over a year ago, December. But that's the only time.
I don't know where the plant
It's a little art space. It's really
It's
cool.
somewhere in a cool, like, hip part of town.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe.
There was a cool little block with, like, a record store and, like, another bar, a couple bars with different, like, venue stuff.
Okay. Oh, it's probably... Okay, I have an idea where it's at then. I don't go downtown that often, especially during school,
Oh.
because this place gets a little rowdy. And
Totally.
you go downtown at like 4 in the afternoon, the bar scene is just looped around the block.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'll stay here. I don't need to get involved with all that.
College kids.
Yeah, and so like when they put on a good show over here every once in a while, I'll jump over there and
Awesome.
check it out.
That's cool.
And that's what made me think to send you guys that way, because when you guys had initially announced your schedule, it just said Tallahassee to be announced. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, here.
Yeah, thank you for that, because we
Definitely.
were just
This
looking
place
around.
should be pretty good for you, and even if it's not that great of a turnout, it's a small space, so it'll look pretty good.
Yeah. And we get to play.
That's all.
Yeah.
So we get to play every night. That's how we stay. That's how we survive on tour. Is just playing. So we
Every
don't,
single night.
Otherwise, we'd just punch each other.
Yeah.
So community center's not playing tonight?
No, they went to Birmingham early. We were splitting up. They didn't want to go down to Miami. So they're going to Birmingham for a couple shows, and then they got offered free recording for the next 2 days.
Oh,
So they're up there, and then we're going to down Miami, and then we're meeting in Orlando.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're driving to Orlando because you're headed to Miami
Yeah.
next? Okay.
And then we'll be Miami, and then, I think we meet in Orlando or Jacksonville. I can't remember. But and then we're together the whole week, and then we're going to go up. We split up the 14th in New Haven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, South Florida should be fun. Yeah, the cops are everywhere in Florida, so especially one advice I always give people is, I don't remember the name of the county, but like when you first enter this county, there's a sign that says, "We have 0 tolerance for drugs." And supposedly that county, like, if you're doing anything over, like the speed limit's 70, I think.
Uh-huh.
And if you're doing over anything like 73, they're
Oh, geez.
on you.
Good to know. That's why we
Yeah.
got the cruise control.
Yeah.
And we got no weed. So
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
we try to.
Especially
fly
being
under the
from
radar.
Arizona, I don't expect you travel.
Oh, God,
Oh, no.
never.
And
Yeah.
then the same philosophy when we had our bus, we painted it white. Our new van, there's no windows on the back of it, and it's just a big white sheet.
Yeah.
And everyone offers to paint a mural on it or do something cool with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're gonna stay just a white van.
Yeah, it's
stay
nice.
low key.
Yeah. That's always the interesting thing is when I see, I don't want to say big touring acts, but they come in with their big camper and they're hauling the trailer behind them, and it's like,
You can tell.
You can
We
tell.
drive down the highway, especially during South by Southwest going through Texas. It's
Yeah.
like,
Like, oh,
"That's
there's a
van.
band, there's a band,
one."
there's a band, there's a band. Yeah.
No.
Just-
Unfortunately, kind of a target at that point, whether it's
Yeah.
for cops or robbers.
yeah, either one.
yeah.
Like,
And
oh,
then
it's bad.
you guys didn't deal with any of the bomb threat things going down in Austin?
We did.
Right.
Yeah, and then there was bombing at the Goodwill too,
Oh, really?
and we always go to Goodwill, so that was a little weird.
Yeah, we actually had a friend send us a package to Austin, and it got thrown away or got disposed of because of the bomb scares.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
wow.
bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's insane.
It is. Yeah, it's.
But So, what's new? Like, it's been a long time, so what's new?
We have a brand new EP that
Okay.
we are kind of touring in support of. We have it on cassette and CD. It's called
Okay.
Existential Anxiety. It's 4 songs. It's about 9 minutes long. It's very brief and very erratic and stressful.
Just like life.
Yeah, exactly. You start it, it kind of kicks you in the face, and then it's over.
Nice.
We're really proud of it. It's on Spotify and everything.
Cool.
Bandcamp and SoundCloud and you name it, it's on there. Yeah, we're really stoked on it. We've gotten a bunch of good response from it.
Nice.
And yeah.
What was the process writing and recording that album?
This one we kind of did. Some of it when on our like couple weeks off in between tours last year, either in Phoenix or Minneapolis. So it was just a lot of like, oh, we have a couple weeks to work on it kind of thing. And then he's like, oh, I got this sick riff or I got this beat. And then we just kind of mix it together.
Yeah, and then we went to Colorado Springs and recorded with our good friend Bill Douglas, who did our full-length Love in the Microwave, and stayed at his house for the weekend and banged it out and had a lot of fun. Actually brought some of our friends in from Colorado Springs to do some backup vocals, which is something we've never done before.
Cool.
And we got a little weird in the post-production and tried some things that we don't traditionally do, and yeah, I think it turned out really well. It was more experimental than we're normally used to getting into,
but
it's still very live and raw at the same time.
The drums and the synths were all recorded live together, and then we just added some extra pizzazz to it, but
Solid.
we like doing it live, so it's just together, and that's how it is, and then adding stuff after that. So
Love it.
yeah, it was really exciting.
And then, you have any videos for that album yet? Have you made a...
There's a lyric video for the first single called On You, and then we're going to be releasing another lyric video for the song Nightlife here fairly soon.
Nice.
We're going to do one for each song.
And you said there's 4 songs?
4 songs.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all quick and they're all different, and it's, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. There's... What? I don't know. Chew my gum. You have to edit it out in post.
It's gonna stay there.
Not gonna do that. Yeah, we're happy with it. And then other than that, we got some cool festivals we're playing this year.
Nice.
Okay, folks, she's sticking her hand out, indicating she wants me to put my gum in the palm of her hand.
Thank you.
And now she's putting it in her mouth. Gross.
I did not put it. Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're on our way to play like Twin Cities Pride again this year, which we're really excited for, and Intense Fest, and I'm excited to go back to New York and struggle.
It's crazy there. And they have house kits everywhere, but you have to bring like your symbols and stuff on the subway, and it's just like...
Because I think that's how a lot of the festivals do it, right? They just put up a kit, and then you just got to bring your own.
Yeah. For festivals for sure. And then New York City, like every venue just has a house kit that you have to use, basically, because most people don't have cars.
Yeah.
Just a crummy beater of a kit.
Right? Yeah,
like
sometimes
held up by drumsticks.
Yeah, sometimes the kick drum is like duct taped, and like it's just like, oh.
Just like, buy a better kit. Just buy a better kit.
Yeah.
And then, so you guys are doing a lot of festivals, or is that... Do you guys usually do a lot of festivals, or?
Every year it gets a little better. Usually from playing like a little show in some random town. We've lucked out a few times where the booker of like a festival happens to be there. Like we just got the SM Fest in San Marcos, Texas. Because the year before we played in that town at a bar to like 6 people, and she happened to be one of the people. So it was really fortunate. So
nice.
Yeah, we've lucked out on the...
Nice.
But we're playing... One of them is like some burlesque festival type thing in Jacksonville. I don't know many details though, because Community Center booked that one, but it's like a... Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, my dad had a similar situation. I guess the other day, him and my mom went to some boat show down in Central Florida, and he bumped into the promoter / runner of Tortuga Fest.
Oh.
Wow.
And I guess he's selling a boat that my dad wants. And since Live and Amplified started doing festivals, my dad's like, well, if you want to sell this boat, you know, one of those deals. And it's
Wow.
Dad, no. cut it, nope. Like, I mean, if we get to go, great. If not,
Right.
let's end it there, because I don't need to be known as the guy that got invited to a festival because my dad blackmailed the promoter. And it's not, but, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's worse things you could do in rock and roll.
That is very true. But have you got, what festival, or what new town are you really looking forward to playing at that you haven't played at before on this tour?
Are we playing in Boston?
Yeah.
I'm excited to go to Boston. I've never been to Boston.
Nice.
Yeah, I've only been to Boston once, but not with this band, obviously.
And Buffalo is gonna be fun.
Idaho Falls, just 'cause never been there.
We've never played in Idaho, and my sister lives in Idaho, so I'm excited to go there.
Nice.
Hopefully see her.
Just that's it.
Oh crap, she's doing work, everybody. She's pulling out her phone and she's sending an email.
No,
Oh,
text.
she's a text.
Text it.
Yeah.
So while she's doing that, I'm going to reset the camera because my Nikon camera only records for a half hour.
That's strange.
Yeah, it's to prevent it from like large file transfers.
Oh, that makes sense.
So.
Sweet.
And it used to be I could only record an hour on this camera until I bumped some unnecessary settings. So now we're good.
Nice.
Sweet.
Because, I mean, we do have like a tradition of going longest podcast we've ever done, 3 hours, or no, it was an hour and a half, I think, our last podcast, which
Nice.
is still one of our longest.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
beefy podcast.
It's funny, I talk to some of these other podcasts that talk with musicians, and they're like, yeah, our longest podcast is like 20 minutes. And it's like, really?
I feel like every podcast we've done, we end up like, next thing you know, look at our clock and it's like, oh my god, we've been talking for 2 hours. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
I
I've done
like-
some long ones.
It's like if your podcasts are going 20 minutes with musicians, like, I mean, if they're newer musicians and they haven't been playing that long,
Maybe they're all like hungover. It's like early in the morning. They're
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
I've done a few of those.
What musician doesn't like to talk about themselves? That's a job requirement.
Yeah.
Is it?
I actually-
my latest song, it's a meditation on the spirituality of life. It reminds me of this time. It's like, okay, we don't need to know about all your influences and your...
That's funny. Oh, that's so funny. I had one band. I don't know where they're out of, but their tour manager or whoever he was, it was either the band manager or the tour manager. It was like they were on their way from Tallahassee. They were going up into Alabama somewhere. And it was a 3-hour trip. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, swing by before you leave. I won't keep you that long. We'll do, whatever. They're like, well, we're shooting to be on the road by 10 because the lead singer, we can get him up long enough to walk from the bed to the car for him to fall back asleep. Because he parties that hard.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, all right, never mind. Go on your way. I don't need a hungover singer saying something he's going to regret.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and when you're basing your whole kind of tour schedule around, Homeboy's hangover,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
kind of
drag.
annoying.
Yeah.
and then every show, like, okay, so we gotta play early in the night because otherwise he's gonna be blacked out before the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, we toured with a band like that before. It was like, oh my gosh.
And it's one of the things that I'm starting to realize. A lot of the bands pack their tours so tight that it's even hard to schedule interviews because it's like they underestimate how long it takes to get from like New Orleans to Gainesville.
Oh, yeah, and they just book it.
Yeah, and they book it, and it's like they have a late set, and then like not an early set, but like 7 p.m. And it's like, you guys are going to have to leave at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Just leave now. Just leave now, yeah.
We definitely didn't get all our required hours in of sleep last night. But
To be fair.
the sacrifice
Yes.
is
Yeah.
worth it. We're super happy to be here.
Yeah, we're stoked.
It'll be a good show. I'm excited. It's been a while. Let's see, July. Did I stay? No, I was there for the entire set because it wasn't that big of a turnout in Roswell.
Oh, for the UFO Fest.
Yeah.
It was packed. It was huge. There was millions of people there.
Billions, actually.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the clicker broke off at 1 billion. Remember?
Yeah.
It like exploded.
From all solar systems around,
Yeah.
from the neighboring galaxies,
Ooh.
they came.
Hey, we got more sleep last night than we did the night before we played the UFO festival.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
Because
because
we
you guys
played in
were.
Omaha the night before.
Yeah.
But we knew it. We planned
did.
it.
Yeah, we had a
like,
14-hour drive before the UFO festival.
Yeah.
And then we were in West Kansas, and there's nowhere to like sleep in your car because
Yeah.
there's nothing there.
Well, you guys have a app or something, right?
Yeah,
That
and there was
tells you-
even nothing on the app.
Really?
We drove like an extra 2.5 hours more than we wanted to get to a place to sleep in the car.
Where's the nearest Walmart?
Yeah.
There's so many deer. So many deer.
Walmart is actually the fail-safe anymore.
Well, for the most part, they more and more stores you can't sleep at. Like we stopped at one on the way here to get some hummus or something, and there was a no overnight parking sign.
Oh, really?
And a lot of them, especially in California and stuff, you can't.
In
at
California,
all.
you can't sleep in your car anymore. It's
Wow.
illegal.
So we have an app, and all the Walmarts pop up, but only some of them you can actually sleep at.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
like reviews, so
Oh.
you're just hoping someone reviewed it.
It used to be all of them.
Yeah, it used to be all of them, but they've been changing it since one of the guys died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's lame.
Because there was one in northern Arizona. We were just outside of the reservation. I don't even remember where it was. Because we were on our way to Vegas, so it's in that area. And there was like 50 cars, just people sleeping in their cars.
Oh.
It was interesting because...
We love that when we pull up to something like that.
Yeah.
So then you know you're not going to get...
Yeah.
No one's going to kick you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a few where it's like, I don't know if we can park at this one. I don't know. It's in a nice neighborhood or like on the app it says you can't, and then we pull up to it and you see a couple like RVs out in the
You're like,
parking
yes!
Yeah.
lot. Just caravan up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you pull in between some RVs, you're usually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the real trick, or the one that really irritates me, is when you, like, especially here in Florida, you've got the rest areas that you don't really have to pull off the expressway to get into, but a lot of them say no overnight parking.
Yeah, which
And
is
it's like-
what's the rest part?
This is... I mean, actually, a lot of them are you can't park for more than 12 hours, which I think is how they pull their loophole.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm gonna go to sleep, and even if I get a couple hours, that's better than...
It is. In Texas, all the rest areas, they call them safety rest areas, and they encourage you to stop and sleep. They have signs all over like, it's really dangerous to drive exhausted.
Yeah, they're like, please sleep
Please
here.
sleep.
It's-
We have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's awesome.
There's actually places out in New Mexico, which kind of inspired me to... One of the future business plans is to open up a facility, and for like $5 a night, you just kind of get a bed, and it's more geared towards like bands.
Oh, wow.
Like, so it's like the original idea came to me when I was up in North Dakota. They had they were called man camps, and they would take like these old abandoned warehouses and just set up a shitload of bunk beds, and it was like $10 a night, and you basically just slept in the bunk bed, and that was your little area. And it's like, well, I mean, I'm sure that works well in North Dakota, but it worked better where bands come down.
Yeah.
Like, if you can find like a common like loop that a lot of bands pull.
Yeah, the I-10 especially.
Yeah, everything's off the I-10.
We've been driving on the I-10 for the last 3 weeks.
We played under the I-10 in New Orleans at a skate park.
Oh no! How'd that show? I remember you were telling me about that show.
Yeah,
How'd that show go?
Awesome! It was great. They were like burning couches, and it was just like stuff you would never get away with in Arizona.
Nice.
But it was really cool. Yeah.
Is that the first time you've ever played at a skate park?
Yes. Yeah.
This band, yeah.
Yeah, this band. Yeah, and it was like our 4th time in New Orleans, I think. But the other times we played like on Bourbon Street, and that's more like they want blues, cover band stuff. So this was super cool, and it was like right up our alley.
I think it was our
Third time. Third time.
Yeah.
I get confused because my old band toured too, so I'm like,
It seems like that's where a lot of the venues are going now. Is they want the cover
they want
bands.
the friendly, no risk bands. A lot of places.
But then you come into a place like Austin or somebody with a thriving arts community, and
they don't want any of that. Yeah.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
unless you do intricate covers of a specific genre,
Yeah. That'd be
like
cool.
reggae covers of 90s punk music.
Yeah.
So, but, you know.
There's that cover band we played with in Austin. They're called Gibber and Twitch, and they they covered the Cardiacs.
Okay.
Which
It
is
was
like
really-
super wild, like British math rock.
It was so like such difficult music. It was awesome.
Okay.
Like,
It's such a very small niche thing, but it was amazing. It's like I don't even care that these are covers. This is badass.
yeah.
Every time I think of cover bands, I think of that one band from Step Brothers, where they do the late 80s Billy Joel is all they play.
Just what everybody wants.
Yep. Late 80s.
Yeah. Very specific.
But, you know. Yeah, that's, I know you guys got to load in here at, 4:30? You guys got to load in at 5?
Yes, we do.
So we'll kind of keep this one short. Don't want to run you up against the wall there. You guys have anything you need to plug, promote? You guys always got our support, so.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can get our new EP on Spotify, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, whatever else you use. It's on there.
Yeah, if you go on Spotify, it also has the added benefit of having all our tour dates on Spotify, or you can go to snailmate.com/tour. But it has our entire 6-month schedule on there.
And if you Google it, it's one word. Snailmate, one word.
Are you guys working on booking your next tour, or do you usually wait until you finish the current tour before you start booking?
Oh, geez.
I try to tell her to not book another tour, but next thing you know, she's like, "Oh, I think we're gonna do 3 weeks in October."
Well, we might have a good opportunity. I can't say anything about it yet, but there might be something in October that's worth doing. But otherwise, we're taking off the winter to
Kind of
just write and record.
Nice.
And
not
get
spend any
vinyl.
time together.
Yeah, not spend any time together. Save up for vinyl. We want to plan some overseas stuff.
Oh,
so.
nice. That was going to be my next question, if you guys were going overseas or wanted to go overseas.
Yes, our goal in the next 2 years is to do Europe and Japan.
Nice.
So I'm figuring that out.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's-
DIY.
Yeah, Ariel does all the booking. She does everything. So
He didn't even remember we played in Tallahassee before. He's like,
I have a hard
Yeah.
time keeping all these places we play. I have a hard time keeping them straight.
yeah. But it was funny last night. Community center, they were playing, and someone's like, "Where are you playing tomorrow?" And the singer's like, I don't know. So it's like whoever's not booking, I get it. Like
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, if we were both trying to book as hard as you do it, we'd be like double booking, or it'd be more complicated.
Yeah.
I think it's better for you to just handle it. I'll
Thanks.
just sit over here and look pretty.
Yeah.
But on the other foot, if both of you were booking as hard as she's currently booking, you could tour year round.
No.
No?
She's got it. One man job.
That's funny.
I couldn't, even if I worked as hard as she does, I couldn't do it like she does. She has a gift.
No.
And if any
It's
bands
funny.
out there want to book a tour, she will book it all for you for free.
I will not. I won't even let you pay me. I'm not booking you a tour.
Well, it's funny that you say that because when I told you about this place tonight, like 20 minutes later, she was posting that you had a show booked there, and I'm like, what the?
And then so what time are we playing? Another email. So what are the details? It's like, people are like, why is this lady bugging me so much? Hey, just checking in. I know the show's in 2 years, but I just want to make sure that we still have the day reserved.
But that's how you have to do it. Like you literally have to do it that way.
That's
Yeah.
And the usual rule of thumb is, like if you book a show from now until May, like mid-April is usually when I would check back in.
Yeah.
There's like
Even
3
before.
times that I would check back in.
Yeah, you got to check in a lot because somehow people forget or double book or didn't write it down.
Yeah. Or you
we're
weren't
booked through
talking
November
to
4th
the...
right now. I'm pretty proud.
That's why I do most of the driving. If Ariel's driving, she's like, hey, I need to send this email. I'm like, oh, cool, we'll do it, when we stop in Peach. Like, if I don't send this freaking email now, I will crash this car. She'll pull over to the shoulder and send an email.
I'm like, just
okay.
just send it for me. Yeah. No, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to focus. I like will remember like I just had to shoot that text to someone in Boise just to make sure
Yeah. That's funny. I love it.
Maybe it's a gift, but it's not what I asked for. Jeez.
See, usually I'm the one that does all the driving, and then so I'll just be sitting there. It's like, oh, I got to send this text, and I'm sitting there trying to drive and text, and then I can't find the send button. So it's like, here, just hit send. Make sure what I wrote makes sense, and then just hit send.
Geez.
Yeah, we try to be pretty strict on no texting and driving and stuff like that.
Especially here in Florida, because it's like super against the law here.
Yeah, I mean, we have friends that we tour with who they will all just watch TV in the car.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
It's like, oh yeah, you mean like in the back they're watching
You're
it?
like, no, we're all watching
we're
it.
all watching it.
I'm like, what?
You're supposed to have your eyes on the road.
I tried that once. It didn't work out too well. Like I took my phone and put it like right where the speedometer, like right next to the speedometer, because the way my car's set up, it's got like this little shelf thing right next to the speedometer. So I'll put the phone there, and then the phone kept falling, and I'm like, all right, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't know
Then you
what
have
kind
to
of
bend
setup
over and
I
get the
have.
phone. And
Yeah.
your eyes are off the road.
Yeah, but I did it in New Mexico where usually the roads are straight and
There's no one there.
no one there.
Right.
Until
Heck, while you're at it, crack one open. Crack open a cold one.
I
Oh
don't
my
condone drinking and driving, but life.
We all have our own methods, I guess.
We don't drink and drive.
Yeah, we don't even hardly drink on tour. I
Yeah.
had a vodka soda last night. It was the first time I've had in like 3 weeks.
Nice.
And then I drove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I- Actually, I've
I
noticed
did.
that a lot of bands, like a lot of the younger bands, aren't drinking when they're on tour, just because it gets so repetitive after a while. Like,
It does. Yeah.
I don't know any of those people. All
maybe
the musicians I know, it's like, how are you performing right now?
Yeah, there's some where it's a shock.
Right.
Yeah.
You want my drink tickets? Fine. Take
Yeah, I
them.
just give my drink tickets away.
Well, because usually what it is, a lot of the bands that we've worked with, they're aware that they have a 9-hour drive the next day, and they can't drink all night and then have to get up at
Yeah.
whatever time it is. But
Yeah, it's crazy. And then there's some people that still just do the drive being hungover. It's like, why are you doing that to yourselves? Like, my gosh.
I used to do it in college, but I don't. It was college. It was a different time.
Yeah, totally.
Different time in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah,
Cool.
I like waking up feeling good. It's nice.
It's hard enough to even wake up and feel good sometimes when
Yeah,
you're not
right.
drinking. It's like today I woke up and it's like all humid and open the window.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
forbid we'd be hungover too.
yeah, it's hard enough staying hydrated in Florida,
Yeah.
let alone getting drunk and dehydrating yourself. Plus,
Right.
what you get just being here.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh no, sorry, I know we're trying to cut this short, but
Oh,
we've been with people on the tour and they're like, some random guy gave me mushrooms, so I ate them. It's like, what?
Like, how are you doing this? Yeah.
We have a 10-hour drive tomorrow.
Yeah, people be like, you want to drop acid? We're like, no.
No.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
The last thing I want to do.
Yeah.
I appreciate the offer. I know it
Yeah.
comes from a good place, but
Not tonight.
not.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
No.
Maybe if we didn't have a 9-hour drive the next
Yeah.
And I wasn't on tour, and I was at home.
And I knew you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, one last question before we kind of cut this one short. How do you guys keep the road life interesting? How do you keep yourself entertained when you're making those 9-hour treks?
Snacks.
We like to go into local strange grocery stores and markets and buy weird food and try to sample the local fare.
Nice.
We love judging supermarkets.
Ariel,
I love grocery stores.
when Ariel's not driving, she's just doing work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just bought myself a Nintendo Switch, so I've been playing that when I'm not driving, which has been nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Snacks.
so you're just
Mostly
leaving her
snacks.
in the silence to enjoy life?
No, I do like She'll start talking. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Snacks.
What'd you say?
I will-
Snacks. Good food. Good food is
Spotify.
important.
Yeah.
I will
Spotify
say about
Premium.
the supermarket thing, when we were going from Roswell to like Albuquerque, it wasn't Albuquerque, but it was like Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
There was this place that we stopped at that I've passed by several times. I didn't even know it was like a real store. And DRP, the band we were with, they pulled over and like introduced us to this whole store that we'd passed several times. I didn't even know it was in business because it was just like in an abandoned
It's a
town.
hidden treasure.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's awesome.
but yeah, no, it's going into new places is always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we have time, we went to the Tabasco factory in Louisiana.
Yeah, that was really
and had a
good
really good time. We
experience.
both eat so much Tabasco on our food, and so we were like, we need to go to see where it's made, and it was really fun. And we bought a bunch of weird hot sauces that you can kind of only really get there, and learned about the history of Tabasco.
That was
Nice.
exciting. It was a
Nice.
great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, thanks guys.
Thank
It was
you.
Good times. So we'll be heading over to Cap City Video Lounge here momentarily
Yeah.
for your show tonight. It's a little late to plug it. I don't think I'll have this out before that
Take your
show.
time machine and go see us at Cap City Video.
Yeah.
But and then you guys are playing in Miami tomorrow, and
Tomorrow we are
Driving. And then
Driving.
the next 2 days we're
Okay.
in Miami.
We're taking our time to get down to Miami. We're going to stop and hang out in Orlando
okay,
Yeah.
cool,
because we don't have a show.
nice.
Yeah.
Orlando's fun. The Disney, what's it called now?
Universal.
No, not Universal. It's like the downtown. It used to be called Downtown Disney.
Oh
but
yeah,
now
the
it's
little
called-
walk thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
and-
might go check that out. Yeah.
on a Monday afternoon. Monday, I don't know if they'll have like all the acts that they usually have out there. Like they'll have like music venue type things set up out
Nice.
there. But
That's
being a
exciting.
Monday, I'm not really sure what they'll have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We always find that our days off tend to be on Mondays, and that's when like all the like local museums are closed and
All the
this
vegan
stuff.
restaurants are closed on Mondays.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we have time to do stuff. And everything's closed.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna
manage.
have fun.
Yeah.
I feel like Monday's the new day off anymore. Like everything's closed on Mondays
Yeah,
anymore.
it is. It's a new Sunday. It's a new black.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you, Tom.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.